Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the part 2 of this video. Now the part 1 of this video has its link in the description box below. Go and check it out before you can understand what I'm doing. But then remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, click on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video you'll be notified. Alright, now as I mentioned in the part 1 of this video, the length of this sleeve is 24 inches, including the gold fabric, which is 3 inches. Okay, now for the gold fabric, on fold, I'll be marking 3.5 inches, the half inch for the joining allowance. After ironing, I'm going to cut it off. So I'm dividing it into two because we have two sleeves. So one side for one sleeve and the other for the other sleeve. Okay, so now I'm going to join the Ankara fabric to the gold fabric with the right side facing the gold fabric. The right side of the Ankara fabric facing the gold fabric. Then I'm going to stitch it down by 1/2 inch. This is done. I'm just going to give it a press and do the same for the other sleeve. Okay, after that I'm going to fold it into two like this and press it down again. Okay, so after that measuring, you realize that it will be 24.5 inches. The 1/2 inch will be for the joining of the sleeve. Now to mark the waist is 8 inches divided by 2 will be 4 inches. So that's what I marked exactly, plus the allowance of 1.5 inches. So I'm marking the armhole on the sleeve. If you remember, when I measured the armhole for the sleeve on the shirt, it was 9.5 inches. So that's what I'm marking on the sleeve right now. Now I'll join that to the waist measurement, and yeah. And join the allowances as well. Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. Okay, so I'm going to trim off the excess allowance after marking. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm going to do the same for the other side of the sleeve. So before then, I'm going to iron it to make it neat before placing it on it. to cut the same as the first sleeve.
Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. 'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you.
So I just fold in the marked line and iron it so that it will reflect on the other sleeve.
I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine. Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you.
Okay, so after that, I'm just going to give the sleeve some notches before joining it to the shirt. Okay, so I opened up the shirt and attached the sleeve
Jet planes in the night
to it with the notches facing each other like this.
high in the sunrise with
Okay, so after that, I'm going to pin it before I take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down.
I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. 'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine.
Okay, so I'll do the same for the other side of the armhole. I will place the sleeve with the notches facing each other and pin it down.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
Okay, so I'm done with that. I've joined the sleeves to the armhole, so I'm going to stitch down or sew the sides of the shirt. So I'll be using 1 inch for the allowance. The allowance is 1 inch at both sides, so I will start from the sleeve. The shirt size is 38 inches, that is 19 inches on fold. So the extra 2 inches explains the seam allowance of 1 inch each for the sides. So now I'm going to measure from down to top 7 inches, which is going to be the slit opening for the sides, for the shirt sides. So the 7 inches that I marked is exactly where my stitching from the sleeve up to down is going to end. So from the sleeve up to down there where I marked. Let's go and stitch. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm done, or I've already stitched it down. So I'm going to iron it first.
Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. 'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone.
Okay, so after this I'm going to fold it in and align the side slit. The side slit open.
I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine.
Now I'm marking 1.5 inches and then give it a curve to the center, towards the center of the shirt. I will then trim off the curved shape at the end of the shirt. So this is how it looks after shaping it. Okay, so it has this oval shape. After that, I'm going to fold in 1/2 inch for both sides of the slit open. So like this. It is 1 inch, so I'm going to fold in 1/2 inch, after which I'm going to stitch it down.
Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. 'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine.
So now I'm going to stitch down what I folded in to create the slit open. So I just finished with that. So I'm going to fold in the down part by 1 inch. Then I'll fold on the 1 inch another 1 inch and iron it down.
Getting high in the sunrise with you. Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. 'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a
So after ironing it neatly, I'm going to stitch it down. So I just stitch it down. I'm going to iron it. I'll give it a price.
I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that
So yeah, left with the color of the shirt. So let's get straight to it. First of all, I'm going to measure the length of the shirt like right now. So the neckline is 17 inches. Okay, so now the length for the collar is 3 inches, and I'm going to mark 2 inches down. Okay, so now after that, I'm going to fold it like this and iron it for a while. Okay, so now I'm just marking out the line after ironing. So I will come down from the 2 inches. I'll come down by half of an inch. Then I will give it a curve starting from the 2 inches and join it to the half inch that I marked. So this is how it's going to look like, this shape. After that, I'm going to trim that off. Okay, now since the measurement was 2 inches or is 2 inches, where I trimmed off, I'm going to trace it back and mark it. So here I'll mark the 2 inches from here and join it. Okay, so I'm going to join it up to that point. After that, I'm going to trim off the new marked line. So I'll mark out the curvy or the edgy end and trim it off. So after this, I'm going to curve it like this and trim it off. So this is the basically the shape of the Chinese color. So this is how it will look. It will look like. So now I'm measuring it to make sure it tallies with that of the neckline of the shirt. So I realized there is an extra allowance, so I'm going to mark that out and shape it, after which I'm going to trim it off. Okay, now after achieving my desired measurement, I'm going to cut the same piece of the gold fabric. So I'm going to place it on it and cut out the same piece.
Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. 'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine.
So I'm just going to apply a stay on the gold fabric.
Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time
Okay, now after ironing, I'm placing the Ankara fabric on the good material. Then I'm going to mark about 1 centimeter. That is going to be my stitching line. Okay, so I'm going to stitch up to that end. Let's go and get it done. So I just stitch it and turn it inside out. So I'm going to give it a press on fold. So I'm just folding in 1 centimeter, which is going to be my seam allowance for joining the neckline.
Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on.
I'll also fold in 1 centimeter for the good fabric or the fabric with a stiff, and iron it down before attaching it to the neckline.
I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time.
Okay, now I will attach the collar onto the shirt with the good fabric showing outward. And before I sew it, I'm going to pin it first before I take it to the sewing machine and stitch everything down.
High in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on.
Okay, so I initially attached the Ankara part of the collar onto the shirt. So I just gave it some notches. Okay, to be able to come out neatly when I turn it inside out. So after that is done, after the notches, I'm going to turn it over like this, then take it to the sewing machine and stitch down the good fabric onto the neckline as well. Okay, so after that, I'm just giving it a press. Then I went to stitch it down. So this is how our shirt looks like, neatly done. So what we're going to do is to add our pocket, our chest pocket to it. And if you remember, in the part 1 of this video, we cut on fold 6 inches for the length and 3 inches for the width. So I'm going to join the gold fabric to the pocket.
Jet planes in the night sky with you, getting high in the sunrise with you, getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine. Jet planes in the night sky with you, getting high in the sunrise with you, getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on, and now you're gone.
So this is it after stitching it down. This brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Bye.
I can't forget you.